Hi there, I'm Allie Elliott.
Hi, I'm Allie Elliott. Welcome to the stream today. This will be probably a short one. I've got to finish up this session. I entered the ASP competition Images of Distinction today, so that is checked off my list just about 7 hours before the early bird deadline ends. So if you want to enter between now and then, you will be paying extra. So I'm going to open up a few more of these before I start editing. And I'm getting ready for imaging this weekend. Putting finishing touches on the class that I'm teaching. And got my clothes all picked out. My pens set out so they are ready to go. She's rocking that don't smile look. A lot of times, most of the time, when I say to a kid, especially a 4-year-old, whatever you do, don't smile. No smiling, they'll just like burst into a real genuine laugh. And she was just like, okay, I won't smile then. Oh, that one's better. Yeah, that one's better. So, how's everybody's weekend? Crazy? Busy? Okay, we had some fun here. So let me get these dark ones, these kind of more serious ones, checked off my list. And then after this session is done, then I'll start working on the concept shoot that I shot on Thursday. And get this little lady's 4-year pictures all wrapped up. Weird. I'm really, really excited for my imaging class. It is going to be a blast, and everybody's going to leave there with a legitimate marketing plan, and that makes my little marketing heart very happy. And everybody's business is just gonna like skyrocket. I'm gonna duplicate this so that I can be a little sloppy with my hair, since that clip is so close, and then I can just erase it back. There we go. And then I'll pop that up to 100. I've got a few little graphics that I need to make between now and then, but I'll probably do that tomorrow afternoon. Isn't that what people do on their relaxing Sunday afternoon? Is work? I think actually that probably is what a fair amount of people do. Especially business owners, entrepreneurs. It's ridiculously cold in my house today. Oh, that genuine smile. Love a real smile. And we're going to take family pictures on Monday with my very own family. I have to physically actually put them on the schedule, or it's just, especially now that the teenagers are like teenagers. They're so much like teenagers they are, in fact. Oops. And I sat down to refine so I've been researching for the whole year ever since actually before I found out for sure that I was teaching a class in imaging. I started doing the research because I knew I'd do the class some point. And with marketing, it's not like you can just learn stuff and then get on with your life. It changes all the time. So you have to be prepared to change with it and have the most up-to-date information and all that good stuff. So I've been running some experimental stuff, experimental campaigns, and it has been really interesting. I'm going to add the color back in there because I darkened it just a touch. Nope, that's a lot though. Do I have any up close? Oh my gosh. Where the editor goes. I do have a few up close. So we'll leave this like my mid distance. I might have already saved that, but no, I didn't. We're good. We're good. So I thought this might be like kind of a lazy Saturday, and I could lay around and watch some soccer and eat some dip and just chill. And that's not how that ended up working out at all. Maybe I'll get a lazy Sunday in exchange. We usually, after church, we go to church about an hour away. Well, 45 minutes away. And then go to Whole Foods and get their hot bar. That's like our Sunday routine. And the hot bar hasn't been happening the last couple weeks. And then last week, so the hot bar didn't have anything on it. And like, not trying to be picky, but you know, our family is vegan, so can't eat like anything out there. But it wasn't, they didn't even have all the things filled. So they just weren't anticipating there being many people interested in the hot bar that day, I guess, whatever. So we decided to find a restaurant and Googled real quick and found this place and drove kind of out of our way, but the food looked really good, so we were pumped for it. And they did not want us. They did not want to serve us. I mean, my kids are older now anyway, but they've always been very well behaved in restaurants and like, you know, drop the hammer if I need to and make sure they behave themselves. But I don't really have to do that. They're easy now. But they were just like, people would like peek behind the thing and they'd say, oh, it's going to be a long wait. So eventually we were like, okay, we'll go. And so we didn't eat there. We gave up what looked like a really good meal. And it would have been a really good tip. But we found another place. It was way more casual and like it was just pizza for us. It was good. And they were nice. I don't know what was going on last weekend. But there were not a lot of people. Between Whole Foods not thinking there would be people. I don't know. Second weekend. Which one do I want? Oh no, I already picked that one. Okay. So, I hope that we get a good lunch tomorrow. Oh. I have a hard time narrowing it down, even though it's not my own children. I just have a hard time narrowing them down because they give all these little changes in expression and And usually I use the tool for them to just like dance around and like get more comfy with me. And she just didn't need it, but we did it anyway because it's fun. Okay. Consider so this week, Portrait Masters competition opens. I had to look that up because I knew it would be closed. It's usually around the same time. So I ended up throwing, let me show you what I ended up with. So this one from last year, I threw in there because it wasn't a part of last year's and it didn't merit or do anything at PPA's competitions. Okay, so wait a second. This is Build a Ladder to the Moon Master Artist entry. And I named this one Cherry Blossom, and I was excited when I came up with that name. You know, because cherry red, and she's blossoming. So that was the total last minute. I didn't do the normal refining that I might do on a competition image, but just threw it in there. This one's Daughter of the King, edited on stream. And of course, Reflections of Grandmother and Master Artist entry, which I edited on stream. So I'm curious to see. This could go either way. This could be a total bomb, or this could be a hit, or they could point out some things that need to happen on there. This one's Sea Glass in the Ocean, another child portrait. Pretty simple as far as my work tends to be. And then Troop of One. This is a Master Artist entry, and I'm relatively pleased with the title. We'll see what they say about it. So I'm curious. The judging is it's in mid-February. I'm not sure of the date. But I'm really liking this one. A little genuine smile peeking through there. That is what that tool is meant for. The genuine smile. So I had to work on building the slides and stuff for my class, and this day just like it's gone already. And I don't have, you know, a typical schedule, weekday schedule. I'm like, oh, I'm ready for the weekend, working for the weekend kind of thing. That's not me, because not only do I work most weekends, but I make my own schedule. So like, my schedule is weighted because it's what I pick. So it's not, weekends don't have that much of a shift at our house, but my husband isn't on a regular, 9 to 5. He's not usually 9 to 5, but that kind of a weekday schedule. So I do like my weekends. But man, when you work with the same hotkeys for like 20 years and then something changes, there is a learning curve. Okay, so I'm gonna go bigger with this, back to this listen. Remember it. Let's skip it. Okay. So I keep forgetting that it's January. how far away we are. Okay, we're in shape right there. Starting to learn the words. I'm really jazzed on this though. This is Epidemic Sound if you're a streamer or a YouTuber, anybody who needs some music permissions. This is the way to do it for sure. I'm making sure that I warmed it up. Sometimes it's hard to tell. And I'm going to leave a little bit more negative space on the left in case they want an 8x10 crop. Because I have that opportunity really easily. I use that. For too long, it'll be Valentine's Day. We'll be picking up a lot. Since I don't shoot boudoir, I don't get a ton of Valentine's stuff, but I'll get family or gift certificates, purchase, that kind of thing. And I do photograph couples occasionally. Families of all varieties. I'm just gonna keep saying okay every chance I get. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and flatten this and handle it. And I have to put out a whole bunch of model calls. Because I've got some new concepts that I want to photograph. And every year I'm like, I'm going to do that before it opens and be prepared. And I'm not usually a procrastinator by any stretch. And with competition images, that is my jam. I put it off until I'm like in a panic. I like the other one better. We're going to come in a little closer on this one since her feet are obscured. So I've been preparing artist statements for 2 new and 1 old exhibition. So that's been interesting. I'm not very good at artist statements. I always feel like they're not coming across right. But then when I go back later and look at them, then I'm like, okay, that made sense for that exhibition. Let's see where we're at on this. We have edited 71 and what number are we on? 1932. And we're more than halfway, so I think we're in pretty good shape. Like I've mentioned, I just really can't see myself cutting them down more because 3840. I gotta remember these numbers. 36, 38, 40. Okay, I'm back. I tend to give pretty big galleries. Whoops. That's up. Just so that the parents can see their kids the way they see them, and I can't possibly know. And she went for the little bonnet. She wore a matching one when she was little bitty. Five, 9, 2. Oh wait, 3. Making sure my mic was on. Sometimes I forget. Oh, 68. I've probably do too many up right now, so I'm gonna get these handled. So we'll leave for imaging on Friday. I teach class on Saturday in the afternoon, and then I go to the ASP Gala. And then Sunday we're coming home. I'm not gonna stay. I might stay for the trade show. I might jump in there for a little bit just because there's nothing like being able to see all of these products in person. And sometimes they surprise you. Sometimes you go in and something that you think you're really going to love. And I've actually done this before I was going to imaging years ago. I would order samples, and when they got to me, I would order them and price them. And then when they got to me, I was like, not in love with them like I thought I would be. But then I'm in a scenario where I've got them priced, I've got them in the pricing guide, I've got a sample of it, I've invested in this product, and it's not what I thought it was going to be, or what I was hopeful it would be. So then you have to decide if you're going to throw away your investment or offer a product that you don't completely believe in. So there were a couple that I just took off price list, and one of them I didn't even keep the product. It was just not what I hoped it would be. And then on the flip side, I just got really sleepy. On the flip side, sometimes you'll see things and there's no way you would have thought you'd be interested in. I ended up switching my canvas supplier last year because I saw some products that they were so beautifully made and less expensive than I would have thought, which is fun. That doesn't happen very often. So something that you can add to your product.
Please don't beat around the bush, and I don't want to push, but you're making this hard. I know something's going on. There's dishes in the sink and trash in the front yard. Tell me, what can I do? Do I go for a walk? Should I stay with you? I'm tired of sitting on my hands, watching what I love wilt like a houseplant.
I just want to check my. We're right at thirds there. Oh, not good. Okay. I tell you what, rather than erase that, can I do... It's got a nice deep shadow. I'll hang on to that. And then I'm going to make sure that her eyes are defined a little better, just the edges. So, grab a little bitty. That catchlight was just cutting off the color in her eyes, so I want to make sure that I brought that down a little, and I'm going to bring the color back in just a teeny. This music is making me sleepy. That one's not very neat. That seems uncomfortable almost, so I'm going to switch to this. I like this one. It's a little bit chaotic. It's exactly what the tool is supposed to be for. Fun. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. We started watching a show as a family that is like kind of like Clue. It's like a reality show. And then but it's like a murder mystery, or I don't know, something like that. I can't stay awake during it. I'm interested in it. It's not that it's boring. I just cannot stay awake. And it's like, through no fault of the show. No, I mean, it's not a boring show. I just, for whatever reason, and it's like kind of late when we watch it, but not late enough. I get up early. I get up before anybody else. That's on them. Go. So I'm going to do a little reel with a lot of the images from her session and just kind of, and occasionally, since last year was 15 years in business for me, and 10 of those years have been in our current town in my studio. And I've been able to look back at a lot of my longtime clients and create some reels with, like, do you remember the show Roseanne and the opening for it, where they were it was in later years and the show had been on for a little while, and it showed them like morphing from young kids into the ages that they were, like their changes over the seasons. And I don't do any like graphics shifts on it or anything, but just a little montage of like how these kids have changed since I've been photographing them. And she's only 4, but this is, you know, her session with me. But I have some that have been clients since the very beginning. There aren't many that stick with you through all the pricing changes, and even had a move, a town. So I feel really grateful. You know what? I'm going to flip this one. Yes, I am. It was fun. She had fun with the tool. It makes me a little nervous because I don't want him to slip. So I'm always real. I warn them a lot. I know how to have a good time. Lots of warnings. $1988. A good year. $90. Alright, if I just go to sleep on stream, then I need it to happen. Better. $15 and $16, because that little side eye can't be ignored. So our indoor soccer season wrapped up last night, and my grown-up team was going to start on Monday, and registration filled up, so no indoor for me. I have to wait for outdoor. And we've had such weird weather. I feel like it hasn't been winter yet. We had that same cold and hey, thank you. How's it going? Hyena MC. When we picked up our cat from the shelter, her name there, her given name was Hyena. So now you have that information. Oh, nice. Well, this is just a normal session, a normal client session, and I just wrapped up yesterday the first competition images of the season. I'll show you what I entered here. Whoops, that's the wrong one. And then I've got the second competition coming up. So I entered just, let's see, 6, 2, 3, and this is a master artist image, so these are guide images that I used to create this one. And this is Reflections of Grandmother. And this is Sea Glass in the Ocean. And then Troop of One. And this one I actually edited them all on stream. It's just that this one took so long that it was on there for a good while. So I'll be excited to get that judging situation handled. And I still don't know if they're gonna judge live. I really, really hope that they do. I think they did last year. I entered so many competitions last year, like I'm the problem, a little bit of an addict. But it's kind of hard to remember. But these were on printcompetition.com, and I don't think that that's a great format for the judging with audio. So it was like, there were a few competitions where it was like a weird, you watch from one window and then listen to audio on like a Zoom call. So it's better than nothing. I will definitely not. And I was thrilled to finally receive, oh, thank you! Finally received the loan, the showcase and loan books from last year. So that was really fun. I'm going to flip this. I have my studio set up so that my light is camera right. And most compositions want you as a Western reader to come in, the light to come in from the left, camera left. So I end up flipping a good portion of, of my work. Hyena, are you a streamer? A photographer? Artist? What's your story? Share with us. Keep me company, mainly. I like to focus on listening to the same song over and over again so that eventually I can sing it. I'm just kidding. I won't sing. I had a really incredible year last year. I had 2 Grand Imaging Award nominations, and so I knew that. So those were in January. The award show was in January and all that good stuff. And then we went into the new season of competition, and I knew that I certainly wouldn't top, and I wouldn't even match the year that I had the year before. So I set expectations really low, and I did fine. I did okay. Any other year I would have been really excited, but it was disappointing. So I'm hopeful that this is not it's just downhill from here situation. Because I don't have anything. I have stuff that I like, that it's fine, but nothing that really is exciting. I don't stream. I'm an artist, all over the place with art. Oh, very good. Well, I'm happy to have you. I have undergrad degrees in fine arts and one in marketing, and I actually started my studio as a oil portrait artist. And then when our daughter passed, I wanted to pour myself into something, and that's when I opened the studio. And but we had talked about it before. It wasn't like a rash decision or anything like that. It was kind of a rash decision to do it right then. Hey, Impoverished with my favorite kitty cat. I've got to turn it off the Don't Give Up sign because it's going to put me to sleep. Nobody wants to see that stream. How's it going this Saturday, Impoverished? Oh, do you guys know each other? Everybody knows each other here. I turned my stuff in, Impoverished. It's a wrap. You guys don't have to look at the same images. Well, you will again, so don't get too comfortable. Once I get feedback on them. Yes. Yeah, I had, we had a daughter that would be 16, and she's number 2 of 6. She'll be 16 in April. So she is pretty much the reason that I started the studio. I just wanted to pour myself into something. So that was it. I like that. You know, what are those called? Are they emojis? Are they stickers? Are they GIFs? Are they GIFs? They're not GIFs. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I've been working on my imaging class that I'm teaching. I've been working on that all day. And I'm really, really excited. There's a game show element. Love a game show. I'm gonna actually turn that down a little bit. We're rocking out. This little one was so fun. Sometimes this is the age, this is her 4th birthday session, and this is the age when they'll get like a little shy and they'll like practice a weird smile beforehand, but she was a blast. Want to edit photos for a studio, but I never see openings in my area. Well, you could do that freelance. On LinkedIn, I get dozens of editors offering. I'm a control freak, so I'm always gonna, and I love editing. That I love it as much as I love shooting. So they're barking up the wrong tree there, but I know there's a fair amount of them. Here we go, 2035. I knew it was a number. So what kind of photos do you take? What's your genre? It keeps playing the same song. Where are we at? Let's get back up here. I end up playing the same music over and over. I'm a creature of habit. And what was it? 41 might be weird. Yeah, okay. Hmm. 44, 47. I forgot we did this. Okay, we'll do a little mini composite here. Be a good time. I didn't notice she was holding her leg up with her hand. There we go, 49. She has some good air. No, that's it. 2051 for sure. Keep that one, and then these other dancing ones probably go, because this one is superior. I have a lot more editing experience over photography, but I really enjoy street photography, and to be honest, I just love taking photographs. Yay! Oh, very cool. Good stuff. That was we have some of the first photos that I took that I really loved, that really felt like something, was some street photography. We went to Nashville on spring break in college, my now husband and I, and just did street photography, and it was cool. It was weird. I don't know if it was because I was, basically a kid, but I felt, like you feel like self-conscious or something taking people's pictures. But I still love those pictures so much. I do, yeah. That's true. And I would be like, I don't play well with others, okay? So that's why I work alone. I don't trust anybody like I trust myself. That sounds obnoxious, but I think most artists know what I mean. And a lot of times, what I'm picturing in my mind and creating compositionally and stuff, I can't verbalize it. So that would be beyond frustrating for somebody who was trying to edit for me, and I was like, just like whatever, picture it. They'd be like, I quit. Okay, I'm gonna do a real quick composite here. And just get Mr. Bear here to dance with her. I have a love-hate relationship with the floors in my studio. Change to the best place when you are colorblind and a process, and then compositing on top of that. And yes, that's true. That is a fact. What's everybody up to this weekend? Doing some street photography this weekend? This kind of, depending where you live, this time of year might be a little rough. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Can I be shameless here for a second? If you like photo restoration, then I want to share. I share this photo every time I can because it doesn't come up that often. I just find ways to work it in there. But this was, I have to find it. Oh wait, here it is. Okay, so this was what I was nominated for a Grand Imaging Award for last year, one of them. And I took photographs from the course of 120 years of my family. Here, I'll show you without the guide images first. It's a little easier to take in. So this is my great-great uncle and my great-great grandmother and my mom and my great-great-great grandfather, and then this is my grandmother and this is my grandfather, and these are my children, and they're all sitting with their namesakes. And this is titled Conversations with Our Ancestors, and this was far and away the image that took the longest to create, and these are the images that I used to create it. From a photo group animal photographer. Oh, nice! You're getting your dog photographed? That's awesome. Man, pet photography is like a whole different beast. Pun intended. It's amazing to watch. Like, to watch somebody who's like an animal whisperer type person just really be able to, I guess it's real similar to like, whoops, wait, wrong layer, you know, babies. I have to get some different, what is happening? Okay. Changing my mind. Alright. So, I'm going to keep talking to myself. Step 1. I get a lot of messages on LinkedIn for people that want to edit my work for me. I don't respond to them unless it's become a harassment situation. And they're just not um, picking up on it. Oh man, I shouldn't have merged yet. But I know people that like make a fantastic living or even side hustle. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do here. Do your thing, Photoshop. It's doing my work for me. Okay. You know what? We're just gonna make a bear army here. I think she'd get a kick out of that. I should have just, taken pictures of the bear in different positions, but I didn't do that. So, just do what you can do. See, this is what I do to myself when, like, normally you would just take a picture and edit it and be real cut and dry, but I'm going to add a bear army to this one. And there's a lot of fur and stuff happening here. I had a little client for several years. He's grown up now. Not grown up, but he's big enough now he won't do this anymore. But they had his mother's teddy bear from when she was little, and it was like her thing, So he's got his picture. Oops. With it every thought I just amputating this bear. Alright, this is chaos. That. Too many moving parts here. This is unnecessary. This whole bit is unnecessary. I do love the warp tool. I do, yes. Do I do it well? Jury's out. No, I think I do okay. Yeah, so as far as web design goes, I've used 17 hats. Not 17 hats. I do use 17 hats, but not for web design. I have used PhotoViz for like 1,000 years. And by that, I mean it's probably been 13 years or so. I've used them for a long time. And it's crazy easy. and I change, I do have a tendency, here, hang on, I have to quit the whistling song every time. I forgot what I was talking about. So yeah, I use PhotoBiz for my studio stuff, and then I use Squarespace for my speaking and exhibition website, which is separate from my portraiture stuff. Thank you. That's another, a lot of what I do comes back to me being a control freak. But, you know, I know who I am. Oh, very good. What are you using? I'm always interested in that. My first website was so tragic on a multitude of levels. First of all, it was 2007. Okay, so we weren't working with a whole lot. And you had to be real careful, like, what size files you used, because it would, like it would take 15 minutes to load one of your images. And then, you know, being really new, once you loaded it, you were like, yikes. Try to unload it. I don't know that people look at websites like they used to, but I'm obsessed with updating and I probably need to update the images. That was one thing that was a lot easier when I had less clients, because then I would just do every single session that I had.
All I want in this whole life, a little red house and a country wife, a picnic table out on the lawn, a couple of kids and a couple of dogs. Work all day to 5:30, a chain link fence and a gravel drive, wind chime ringing on my front porch, a brand new carpet on every floor, and a rope swing tied around a limb of a tall oak tree.
Used to do freelance web design, graphic design, don't do any back-end development, so I'll probably go with... Okay. Squarespace. I like Squarespace. I was a little intimidated by it at first, just because I was so used to drag and drop and totally easy. Now my husband is in IT. So I've got some backup if I need it, but I don't like to admit that I need his help. Kidding. Why did I do this? This was not like a request or anything. I just thought it'd be fun. And here we are. Having fun. I'm gonna try and give it a little, just a little bit of a texture on the edge. Even here, I don't want those straight lines. I'm gonna pick up the accent of the guy singing. Print on demand. Okay, so I am extremely picky about printers. And that's what I don't know if you were on here yet when I was talking about the trade show at Imaging. That is probably one of the biggest benefits to going to Imaging. I'm speaking at Imaging next week. That's put on. It's in Nashville, and this year it's in Nashville, not every year, but it's put on by Professional Photographers of America. Huge seminar. You learn tremendous amount. And one of the benefits is getting to go to the trade show and getting to see stuff in person. So for printers, I use several different printers because I feel like each printer has their thing that they're really good at. And then when you find the printer that's really good at it, it's hard to justify going anywhere else. And I love it when people find their thing that they're good at, you know, they're passionate about. And here we go. So anyway, that was a long-winded way of saying, so I don't do print on demand other, like, when you say print on demand, you mean like have like your print shipped directly to, or just your printer? I have a printer. And like I have a physical printer here, but so for just flat prints or matte prints, Graphy Studio in Italy, absolutely hands down my favorite. And they're just their quality is just crazy. Oh my gosh, my scissors just popped open and gave me a heart attack. Alright, so, hang on just a second here. Oh, I didn't realize how close we were to the end. Okay, so that makes more sense why I'm going ham on this bear picture. Because I'm going to be done soon. Alright, I'm going to warp this guy just a little bit, make him nice and round and... No, not that one. So I do, for my albums, I use Graphy Studio and Miller's. The only thing I use my at-home printer for now is a test print, either for somebody printing really, really big, a wall piece, or for competitions. So and then I use real specific printers for everything else. So I use Miller's and Graphy for albums. I use Graphy for several wall options. I use Guild for canvases. I'm trying to think of what else I sell. I don't sell prints, just plain prints.
Tell me, what can I do? Do I go for a walk? Should I stay with you?
But I did just start just a couple of days ago. Started selling fine art print. And those will come from, so I wanted a mega mat. I wanted it big mat so that, and I wanted them to come here first so that I could sign them. Bear isn't bending. Wait, nature intended. Oh, because it's not.
Seems like just the other day I'd see your face and know what to say. Now I'm staring at the ground, stepping over.
No, I do the printing. In fact, you cannot buy just a digital file from me.
So tell me, what can I do? Do I tiptoe
So every time you get a digital file from me, you get print in some form. So I've got one package, for example, that is 20 digital files, and then it's a 20 image album. And those come from Miller's, and their turnaround time is chef's kiss. They just are so good. And then you can get one that has all of them, and I just get small 4x6s printed in a, and then they go in a wood box. So for the 4x6s, those come from Miller's as well. Whoops, wrong way. You want a fat bear. His head looks really small. But I want to make sure, even if they're just getting, whoops, where's the other half of that? Oh, never mind, he's attached. Yes, Miller's Professional Imaging, they're phenomenal, and their turnaround time is amazing, and there are many times over the past years that they have come in super clutch. I've had clients pass and need stuff for a funeral and need it turned around in like 12 hours, and they are amazing. And one time I had a client pass on New Year's Eve, and they were amazing, absolutely amazing at getting it turned around for this little guy's funeral and on a holiday, and I just have never forgot that. It just meant so much to me and to his family. And I didn't see how they were gonna be able to pull that off. And I didn't expect them to, and they did, and that was amazing. So I am loyal to them for sure. Let's see here. A big fat bear. Yeah, they were. keep changing my mind on them. Little bare armpit there. So I'm trying to think of other other print labs that I use. But once I find one that I like, it's pretty hard to get me out of their grasp. Oh, I know one. I use White House Custom Color for... What do I use them for? I used to use them for wood boxes, but I actually switched to Miller's for wood boxes. Frame prints. I use them for frame prints, although, again, I use Miller's often, too. It's just so nice to know how quickly you're going to get them with Miller's, and their ordering is intuitive, too. I'm not sponsored by Miller's, but I would be. So if you're watching, Miller's Photo Lab, Professional Lab. Alright. Actually, we don't even need that, do we? That didn't work. Oh, good! Oh my gosh, there is nothing more rewarding than seeing your photographs, your artwork in someone's home, on their wall. I've got artwork in 29 countries right now worldwide. And a good portion of that is I live in a university town, so we have a very international a very diverse demographic for being a pretty small town. And it's so cool.
Toss me about. I'm wiser now. Feel the tide coming. Know the feeling now. Used to lose my ground. I'm wiser now. Used to toss me about.
Small town in western Colorado. Were you in, what part of New York were you in? Were you in the city or were you in upstate? Somewhere in between? I was just in Colorado in, November, I spoke at the Elevate conference there. It was a great conference. And we got snow while we were there, which, thank you, Colorado. I appreciate you. Cozy. Yeah, everything is expensive right now. I'm sure you've seen the egg memes. Here, alright, Bears. You were worth it. Keep trucking on this. I'm closer to the end of this session than I thought I was, so that's good. Mid-Hudson Valley. Okay. Where's that? I don't know where that is. I feel like I should. Like I would have known New York. I would have known it was New York. 2 hours away. That's pretty close. I'm probably as expensive. Oh my goodness. She's given all the emotion. Gotta keep those too. She looks like the little girl from Matilda. Like well, wait. It's the same little girl from Miracle on 31st Street. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna pick all of these, I guess. She liked the wind machine. Flavio! You made it! Welcome! Let's see if I could queue up the rest of this. A little soft. All this movement was more than my old camera lens could bear. That's a real smile. That's what we want. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do everything solo. I do everything solo because I'm a control freak. And I'll hire assistants occasionally, like when I do big volume stuff. But really they just, set up the canopy and nobody else does any of the editing or artwork or anything like that. I know I could scale if I wanted to do that, but I don't. And I think I'm pretty efficient. I've honed it all down through the years. And like if there's a screw up, I know that's on me. And if I, have success, that's on me. I need some new music happening. Let's try this. I see the draw of employees, but I just really not. I think I'm a people person, but it has to be on small doses. So maybe that means I'm not actually a people person, but I love my clients. It's just work people. It's been a really, really long time since I've worked with someone too. It's been 17 years. I mean, aside from like working with clients, the different kind of collaboration. My lips are very dry. Finally warmed up though. Do you guys have snow out in Colorado right now? This over here and give it a flip. That's my ratio. Too close. I'll take it. That's the one. She looks like Madeline. It's all melted. I'm really jealous. I need snow. If it's going to be cold, contractually obligated to provide me with snow. I actually don't. I like all four seasons. I'll take all the snow. I'll take all the heat. I'm just very cold by nature. I can wear a sweatshirt all summer and be completely comfortable. So I don't know how pleasant I am to be around, but pattern is a lot. There's a lot. Oh, okay. My computer's like, no, I can't. Okay, I better add that one now. I thought it was only 2 to go. I'd be done. But that last one's not 2. Did you shoot in the snow at all? I need the details. This will be the least exciting parts of the stream to talk about my gear and my lenses because I'm very much a creature of habit and I do not like changing anything. So I have used the same camera bodies. I have 2 camera bodies with the exact same. And I have used 2 Nikon D300Ss for the last almost 13 years. And every year I'm like, maybe this year I'll get a new one. But I'm very much a creature of habit. And my lens, my favorite lens, is literally duct taped together. But I've had the same camera through most of my career. It got me my master's degree and my Craftsman and my CPP and good little workhorse. Oh, summer and fall in Colorado, yes. Do you have a lot of people out and about in your area that, like, good people watching? I was thinking about that when was it we were out? Oh, there were 2 times. One was the day before Christmas Eve. And I just find it interesting, you know, you think about, like, what a person's day is like. And in those scenarios, most of it's a little chaotic because everybody's got stuff to do. They've got, you know, everybody's short on time and short-tempered, and then the other one was on New Year's Day, and that's always interesting. You kind of get a feel for what everybody's doing the night before. But I think I've always felt like people watching was like street photography, you know, and just like a little glimpse into somebody's life. A small, slow town. I like it. I grew up in a small town. Not a charming, like, Hallmark, go back and marry the Christmas tree farmer kind of small town. I'm kind of loving this. I kind of want to mess with it, but just like the simplicity, actually. I'm gonna leave that one up though, because I want to remember it. One Main Street. Oh, that's cool. I like to go to like the famous spots in our town and try and find an angle that nobody has taken it before. Is your main street charming, or is it kind of ghost towny? My little main street of my hometown is not charming. It could be, and occasionally you'll get somebody who gives it a shot, and they'll like decorate at Christmas and do like this light strung up on the across the street, or the movie theater was restored, so that's a good part of the puzzle, like you said. But it's not what it could be. Alright, so this session ended up with 103. So I've got to get those. This was a pre-order, so I got to get those shipped off and close down by 5 p.m. People still walk around window shopping. I love that. So my studio the town that I live in now, not my hometown. My studio is on the town square, and there are a lot of people walking around because it's a college campus. We're right next to a college campus, but not a lot of people in my demographic. But it's charming and it's cozy, but it's a lot of traffic, and a lot of people end up getting hit by cars. There's a dark side to it too. All right, thank you guys so much. I'm going to throw, if you'll hang in there for just a minute, I'm going to throw my Instagram up there and my YouTube. My YouTube is sad, lonely, depressing place. And I would love for you to join me here. Thank you for the follow on here on Twitch. And thanks for coming and hanging out. It's always nice to feel like you're editing with somebody and like just hang out and keep each other company and talk a little photography, a little art, and it's good. So I will be back for thank you so much. I will be back on Monday, and then so Monday I've got to start a composite. You know, I've got to get through the gross part of composite where you can't really tell what's happening. But I photographed a little girl who is fighting currently and beating cancer, and she is an absolute warrior. So we are going to create a beautiful composite for her, showing off her warrior journey. So that starts Monday. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful Saturday and a beautiful Sunday, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
That's why you my mommy.